Hello, hello, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron Old World Blues. This time with a new run. I've wrapped up the Wild Wasteland run. Oh, hold on a second. Sorry, just adjusting one little thing. There we go. I didn't do the transition right. Yeah. We're done with the Wild Wasteland run. It had sort of started to drop off in views. It went live and, like, from the sound of things, people wanted to see a new run that wasn't as, like, jokey. Which is fair. So I've now installed a small handful of submods, which let me quickly read off the ones I have. We have Old World Blues, Texas DMCPSKSZ CAS mod Comp 2. It is a compilation of several mods that affect a bunch of factions. Affects the NCR, affects the Mojave Raiders, apparently, like, affects a large number of factions across the world. Then I have one that just makes the Eden, faction down in Texas a little bit more interesting, but the center of this, of what we've done is what we're focusing on today, is Vault-Tec Expanded, which is going to dramatically expand the Vault-Tec focus tree to do more, and we'll be playing as them, as was requested in the comments of one of my videos, by one of my followers. Sorry, I don't have your name up right now. Hey, welcome, Tyrant King! We're starting off the new run, as I was just saying, which, some of you might be able to see now. The chat appears on screen for all of you! Yay! It does not appear on screen. Hang on. Sorry, just adjusting my mic stand. It doesn't appear on screen for me, so I'll still have to glance over and, like, look to make sure that I'm seeing everything, so I may not notice, things the moment they're said. Sorry. Mic stand should be in place now. But yeah, so let's hop right into things. Let's select the all clear. There is immeasurable pieces of misfortune about when Vault 8 opened. Well, here and now, we put that to rest. Yeah, I thought it was you, Tyrant King. I sort of put two and two together, because, like, that YouTube account was suggesting all the same things you were here. I was going to play, my original plan was to play as the Baggers, but I couldn't find the sub-mod that changed them, and I couldn't remember what it was, its name was specifically to search it up, so a future run. We're gonna do this as a future run, potentially, but for now we're gonna do the Vault-Tec run that was requested. Which, a quick piece of backstory for some people who might not know while I'm working on this, working on what I'm, like, selecting my sciences and all of that. Vault-Tec itself, within the Fallout lore, was the company that, built, like, the Fallout shelters that most people survived through the apocalypse in. And Vault City was a control vault, a vault that was given everything it would need. Nightmare Demon Wolf on YouTube, yes. That's the commenter that, had suggested it, and is also Tyrant King here on Twitch. Thank you very much for suggesting the sub-mods. But, yeah, Vault 8, the one that we are, our group of Vault Cities based out of, was given everything it would need to properly rebuild after the apocalypse. And so has established a thriving, in air quotes, city post-war. They have some of the most advanced technology, good food, good clean water, but they're very isolationist in their mentality, and are even xenophobic, being, like, having a class system that treats those that weren't from the vault has second-class citizens, even bordering on indentured servitude and slavery with it. Yeah, so that's a thing that Tyrant King mentioned right there. there's going to be a number of branching paths we can go down, and so we're going to sort of roleplay and just this out and see how things go. Right now I'm just doing some basic, like, things that would make sense regardless of what roleplay path we go down in the end. How many military factories do we have right now? A good couple. Let's start training some robot security and some vault tech security, and I don't think we need courtyard conscripts yet, but if we ever need to bolster our ranks, I'm going to treat that sort of like our draft type thing. So now for factories, let's hang on. So let's build some of these kind here, 2 here, and then one of these. No, 2, or yeah, and then one more of these, and then over here. I like to keep sort of a balance in what I have for factories around. So obviously we'd focus on Vault City first. Vault comes first, followed by the courtyard. The courtyard is like where our second-class citizens live. Vault City has extensive like barricades, walls, turrets. It is super well fortified, and at its core is the old vault, which is more used for storage nowadays and has a last case like retreat to their situation. The courtyard was mostly established by people asking to get into Vault City, but has since been officially made an expansion of Vault City, like unofficially, with us recruiting a number of second-class citizens from there. Gekko, meanwhile, was brought into the fold a number of years ago. It is a city of ghouls, irradiated people who are living in the nuclear power plant that is Gekko, and we had come to an arrangement with them thanks to a visitor during the events of Fallout 2 that made them an official part of Vault City's grander territory. Meanwhile, I don't think there's actual, like, real lore about why Golaconda is part of us, but if I had to guess, they were probably sort of just swallowed up by Vault City's strength and are being used as body recruitment. Who do we want to become? Well, I haven't looked too deep into the tech tree, so I'm going to sort of feel that out as I go, who I become. Let's go ahead and get all of these guys led by Nicholas Wallace, our head of security. And for now, we're just going to keep an eye on our northern border with him. Let's see here, what do we need to build more? We need support robots. There we go. And some decisions available before I unpause. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna do... These are letting me play as other factions that I've made spawn in. And then all of this can be ignored because that's just background text stuff. Long term, I think I want to reach out and contact the other vaults and build the Great Vault Nation. That's my current long-term goal, but we'll see how that changes. Yeah. So we can be human, ghoul, mole rat mutants as our race options. Again, we're gonna sort of feel it out and choose based off of what the text and such says. I might even let all of you do a little bit of voting, everyone in chat. Also, I know this game can lag a little bit, I apologize. I have turned down the graphics, right? Yeah, texture quality is as low as can get, so... turn off the high quality pixel shadows. Turn that one off. We'll turn off shadows. We'll turn off reflections. Ooh, I'm gonna leave cities and rivers on for sure. That might help a little bit. Oh man, that's muddy looking. Without the shadows, the muddiness of the textures really pop out a lot more. Oh my god, that's actually terrible looking. Hold on. I'm not gonna turn it down that low. Let's turn on the high quality pixel shaders again. Hold on. And I want to see the day and night cycle, so I think we need to turn shadows back on in order to have that. Hang on, it's full render resolution, I think, is what made it. Yeah, keep full render resolution on. Hold on, can I turn off shadows and still have that show? Sorry, I should have done all this before I went live. Yeah, okay, turning off shadows still allows for the day-night cycle to be visible. So yeah, there we go. That should be a balance that stops it from lagging as much. I've already played. Okay. All clear, I've already played with this. What was that in chat? With the Enclave, Brotherhood, NCR, Nevada Pact. Okay, so there's a number of factions we can join or establish our own. So all clear. There's a great deal of debate as to exactly when the first left Vault 8. But surely, as leader of Vault City, you have access to that information. How long did our ancestors wait for the all clear? So, I believe canonically, it was around, people were supposed to stay in for a low amount. So let's go with 70? Like, roleplay wise. And also, I think I'd like the high infrastructure brought by that. So 70 years we were in the vault. Going back here. So, deal with criminals. Vault City is a utopia, unrivaled in the wasteland. Such a place undoubtedly attracts unfavorable people. Also, I'm gonna skip this track. There we go. So now we're back to waiting a little bit. I believe, are we a... Ooh, New Cannon's trading with us. Are we a major economic node? I believe we are. Yeah, we're the local economic node. Us and New Reno are the ones who are fighting over being the economic heads. When our ancestors emerged from the underground home and built our glorious city with the Gekk, for those who don't know, the Gekk Garden of Eden Creation Kit is a device, it's a terraforming device meant to help clean up radiation. The surviving visages of man were drawn to its brilliance. With them came thieves, bruisers, drug dealers, and all other sorts of riffraff. With crime on the rise, how did we ever survive? So, we punished crime with servitude to the citizenry, enslaved criminals for use as labor, gave them mandatory military service, or gave them the death penalty. I'm thinking servitude to the citizenry. We can make and build a number of puppets and absorb our neighbors much more easily with the expansion from the tree. Alright. I'm leaning towards, we made the criminals, like, you know, indentured servitude to the citizens until they made up for their crimes. Because death penalty feels extreme, especially in a world that's having population problems. Mandatory military service has a number of ways it can go wrong. And we don't call them slaves. We call them, indentured servants, you know? Our third or focus. Yeah, I think I know about the choosing the leader focus tree. Because that's something from the original. Like, I know this is pretty much the same as it used to be. This is about the same as it used to be. This has a little bit tacked on. Anything down, you know, low here is brand new. And this has been massively expanded from the vanilla mod. So, security armaments. The defense of Vault City is an important topic at every governmental meeting. and amounts to a sizable portion of our budget. Alright, so now we're waiting. So now we're in the early game. We're building up as those around us become a threat. Now I know the Yakuza has a brand new tree. I hope... Do they ever get encouraged to go to war with us? Because we'll have to keep an eye on them if that's the case. Looks like you can do something with New Reno. I'm not seeing anything blatantly Vault-Tech-y in their tree. But either way, it's funner when it's a surprise. The defenses of our utopia must never cease, as we are beacons of culture and technology. When Vault Security took stock of the contents of their armories, what did they find? Firearms, lasers, or robots? Again, I'm thinking to Fallout 2. They didn't have a lot of laser tech in Fallout 2. Although that being said, you know, they had turrets, so we'll say robots. Because again, I'm leaning towards roleplay. And then Gekko Uprising. The Gekko Uprising blindsided Vault City. For even as the ghouls marched in honor of their rights, an unknown threat emerged from the underground, intent on enslaving all. When the dust settled, who controlled Vault City? So, this is sort of a fun thing of, it's a mix of canon Fallout lore and Old World Blues original lore and Fallout 2 cut content. It's supposed to both represent when the Chosen One passed through Vault City, as well as new made-up events based on, like, expanded lore and cut content. Also, did we ever... Yeah, they're all supposed to deploy to Vault City. So let's expand these guys. So, let's see how this all went. Ooh. In his service to Vault City, it seems unit leader Nicholas Wallace has pushed himself too far. As a result of the bad climate in their operation areas, the unit leader has now fallen ill, and will likely need some time to recover. Yeah, alright. Take a day for nations to decide... Okay, so we can offer the other units a chance, or other nations a chance to be puppeted by us. You suggest the ghoul option? Okay. So chat wants me to go ghoul end. So. After decades of discrimination and violence, the ghouls of Gekko finally had enough. They armed themselves and aimed to take our utopia. The villainous Brain, a mutated mole rat for those who don't know, pulled the strings from the shadows, causing slight after slight between the two towns. So Brain was a cut character from Fallout 2 that was supposed to have a fun little quest line associated with him. Hold on, there's a smudge on my glasses. There we go. Security Chief Wall suggested they declare martial law, while the first citizens are the names of the council that run the city. So, citizens are the people who are from the vault or who pass a obscenely hard IQ test to become citizens, or a descendant of former citizens. First citizens are voted in by the citizens to be the leaders. First Citizen Lynette urges cool heads and diplomacy. Just as they come to their decision, Brain's mutant mole rats emerge from their burrows under the courtyard. What happened next? And on your puppet focus, take a day for nations to decide whether or not they become our puppet. If they say no, you get a puppet war goal for that nation. Okay. So it's a way to sort of we can offer them a chance to join us, and if they say no, we can declare war on them. So, First Citizen Lynette could have, gotten to a diplomatic solution. Security Chief Wallace may have set martial law, the ghouls may have successfully taken over, or the beast might have destroyed everyone. So, here's the way it played out in my head. she tried to keep the peace and had almost talked down the fighting between Wallace and the ghouls when the beast emerged. Him emerging caused chaos to break out, in which both her and Wallace died, and everyone came together under the ghouls to defeat the Beast Lord. So the ghouls are who are in charge. So it looks like our culture is mostly by the people with a little bit of intellectual superiority. Festus is our leader. Alright, and now we got special forces in the form of the ghouls. Harold Haradide? Wuzu's warriors and Uncle Festus's friendly... What is that? Friendly... Hang on, let me... Uncle Festus's friendly forces. So that's a nice little expansion to our military. And sadly, that guy died in the fighting, so we need a new commander. Oop! Dweller Douglas! He's a bunker kid and intelligent. Alright. For lack of a better person, we put him in charge. Although that being said, maybe there is a superior option, because I can't promote anyone yet, so yeah, we're not going to worry about that yet. And now, our branches truly go out. So, Security Council's focusing on our security. Utopia City is trying to build up the city. Restore the Council is, like, getting the government stabilized, and we have to go down the Ghoul Conference branch. And then Vault Tech Calling is for, like, when we start to expand out. So, yeah, we can't do any of these yet. For now, we're gonna focus on restoring the council. We're not gonna start expanding yet. Look at our nature further back on the world map. Our nation further back on the world map. We'll do that in a moment. I know our logo did change, and now we're officially Gekko, huh? Restore the council after the Gekko crisis to let us rule more efficiently. Oh, that's awesome. So now we're not Vault Tech, we're Gekko. And we can get Ghoul divisions, but those are Special Forces divisions, so I don't want to... Oh no, just these ones. Are these ones Special Forces? I think it is. Alright, ooh, what's the difference between Robo Security and Robo Security 2? Literally nothing. But apparently we have some Robo Security 2 in place. I want to make them all use normal Robo Security. And just delete Robo Security 2. I don't like redundancies in my faction listing. Why can't I? We have one unit is using this template. What unit is using that template? What? Oops. You're not using that template. There's no one using that template. Why can't I get rid of it? Oh well. Ghoul division is normal ghoul. Alright. Ghoul division is normal ghoul. Ghoul regular is special forces. Okay, so these guys aren't special forces troops. They would try to take that up. So we're gonna train some of them. And now... Oh, Vault City is still technically the capital. Although that being said, I feel like after they take control, they'd refocus efforts to put priority on Gekko first. Because they'd be like, you know, we need our stuff upgraded. You know, this power plant is important to the nation. In fact, it's so important. Oh, it's already full on power plant stations, huh? Okay, never mind. So yeah, we're gonna do it like that. But yeah, so we're not gonna be expanding out yet. We're just gonna be, you know, hunkering down, rebuilding our politics. That's gonna be the focus for these early parts. What are we missing production of? Spec Ops equipment. Oh, so Let's actually not train any of these guys yet, because we don't have the Spec Ops equipment researched yet. Oh no, it's because we need it to reinforce those guys, duh. Yeah, they don't use Spec Ops equipment. So they're gonna deploy there. Security team and robots deploy here. Actually, what's the difference between Ghoul Division and Security Team? Is there any? Ghouls have better soft attack. It looks like ghouls are, for the most part, just better. If I'm reading all of this right. Oops. Yeah, so you know what? Fuck it. We're only gonna train that one security team now. And then ghouls are gonna become our focus below robots. Building up robots, I think, is what we're gonna consider, like, more important, because, you know, why sacrifice ghoul lives when we have robot army? And we're gonna call this group, Gekko 1. We finished researching multi-tool stuff. Let's hop to research and research the infantry equipment so we can start building that for our people. Or the special, yeah, the scout kits for them. Now we can make sure our special forces are always well equipped. Alright. And let's, since this is Gekko 1, we should change its color scheme, I think, to something more fitting. There we go. Alright. Oh, what's our decision we have available? Focus on internal sphere? Sure, let's do that a little bit. We finished training some of our robots. I always like to have one nice big army. I hope that's not like a mistake that I do. Sometimes I worry that I just make too big of an army, but I feel like, you know, training lots of soldiers is in general a good thing. Manius has begun his expansion. Of course, in this continuity, we have the Texclave on. So, we'll have to see how that goes. And we did make Eden an official part of the Brotherhood using a mod. So they're gonna do some neat things. In fact, I wonder, are they actually part of, like, any faction? I doubt they are. Yeah, nah. You suggest going after the Yakuza as our first target? Okay. And actually, since we're just trying to play... Or yeah, hang on. For now, I'm gonna do a silly dumb thing. And create a bunch of front lines that I just scatter all of my troops across. Play as if I'm trying to, like, protect myself from all threats. I know this is dumb, but I'm role-playing! Oops. And I think we'd consider New Reno one of our bigger threats, so we're gonna put a little bit more focus on defending that. And the Yakuza for a similar reasoning. I know it makes no sense, like, strategically, but we're not planning on going to war with anyone anytime soon anyway. We got another research done. Let's go ahead. Do we have any airports? We do not, but you know what? I want to research planes. Or gliders. And build one. Because it's always good to have air superiority. So the courtyard's going to get an airport. That's going to come after the improvements on Gekko. Alright. So right now, we've got the the groundwork getting laid out so far. We're gonna start, like I said, we're gonna start a little slow. We're not gonna be jumping into war right away. I hope the lagging isn't too bad. You guys let me know if it's lagging really bad. Omaha's laws researched. I always like digging down into this to make myself research faster. I sacrifice one research slot for a while, but in the long run it means I'm going to research everything way faster. Old County is expanding, because I believe we did in fact give the Old County an expansion to their stuff, and they're going to work much faster now. Yeah, I think this is all, for the most part, new. I could be wrong, though. If you can keep them a puppet without fighting them, they keep their own personal focus tree. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna favor puppeting nations when we can. While we're just waiting, let's go ahead and just watch a little bit of... Oh, he's already finished his war. What wars are happening in the world right now? Current wars. The Rangers are right next door to us, so let's watch their war primarily while we wait. How much longer is this gonna be? We're about to get their council restored. Yeah, right now we're just watching the Rangers eliminate all raiders within their region. Ugh. But yeah, oh, I was about to start talking about something, but... Okay, let's quickly... So now that we've done that, we're gonna have the Ghoul Conference. Vault City is ours after all these years of bigotry. And even now, the revolutionary leaders are falling apart due to infighting. Festus has elected to simply run Vault City as it was formerly run, by a council. Though this time, you have to be a ghoul to earn a seat. Oh, so we've replaced racism with racism. Got it. If we puppet a nation through war, they get their own Vault Tech puppet tree focus tree? Okay. Okay, now we can make a governmental modification. Like I said, we're not focusing on military growth yet, so we're not going to be doing military laws yet. What is this? Dweller financing. All these would use the city, yeah, okay. So, expert... Oh, okay, I see, these are our... Oh, this is funny, so they're all Pip-Boy artwork, so they're people that we put in charge of different branches of our, cultural policy. So, a financer, Fairfax, who will help with industry. Dweller Martin will help with fortifications. War industrialist, political workout. Okay. Non-core manpower. Let's go with... Construction speed power stick. Let's go with the political workhouse Dweller James. Because he's gonna help us get more of these things sooner. Like in the future, you know. And I could also increase or decrease how much we give to our soldiers. Let's make sure our military will have a lifetime pension. If you now it's worth mentioning, lifetime pension in a world where there's immortal ghouls, I'm going to say by our law standard isn't until you die, but you will receive payment for the next 100 years or so if you're a ghoul. And there we go. So we've got a little bit of laws and political reformation going. We're still trying to get, figure out how to build better scout gear. Excuse me. I think that's going to wrap up the first part here for YouTubers, but here on Twitch, we aren't anywhere near done. We're gonna keep going for a little while. I hope you've been enjoying this so far. This is going to be the start of a new run of Old World Blues. We'll be back shortly after I get a little bit of tea and such. So, see y'all in a moment. Those of you here on Twitch, good moment for a piss break. Ta-ta!